Welcome back everyone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make the ultimate steak sandwich. All right, so to get started, you want to get some briquettes or lump charcoal going. So we'll get some firelighters started. Then I'm going to get a full chimney of briquettes on. We've got about 10 to 15 minutes before those briquettes are going to be ready. So we'll use that time to trim and season our steak. All right, so we've got this beautiful piece of black onyx flank steak we picked up from our butcher at Austral Meat. We're just going to get started by removing any excess fat and silver skin. Now, if you've got another favourite cut of steak to use for steak sandwiches, feel free to use that. You could use porterhouse, you could use ribeye. I absolutely love hanger steak. You could use rump steak, an eye fillet. You can't really go too wrong if you're sticking to any of those more well-known steaks. You'll notice I'm just squaring off any thin edges as well, so we'll just potentially overcook. And as this steak is quite thin, we're just going to direct grill it. If it was around an inch or more, then I'd reverse sear it, but I'm happy with that, so we'll get it seasoned up. Right, so you can go ahead and use your favorite rub, but we're going to be using my new beef bounce rub today, so we'll go ahead and get this steak seasoned up. All right, our steak's trimmed and seasoned. Our briquettes have still got about 5 minutes to go before they're going to be ready. So what we'll do now is we're going to make a quick chimichurri that will go on our steak sandwich a bit later on. All right, so we're going to keep it super quick and easy. We're just going to add to a bowl a 1/4 cup of finely chopped parsley. Then we've got 4 cloves of crushed garlic and 1 teaspoon of finely diced red chilli. And we'll squeeze in the juice from half a lemon. Now we're just adding around a 1/4 cup of olive oil, about 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. Then you can season it with some salt and pepper, but we're just going to use some of our lamb layup rub. Then we'll give it a good mix, and then you can set it aside. All right, so our briquettes are ready. We'll move them aside for a moment. We'll take off our cooking grate, and we'll take our heat deflector out and our charcoal basket. And we're going to turn our heat deflector upside down and put it back in. We'll sit our charcoal basket on top of that. Then we can pour our briquettes in. And then I'm going to put my utensils hot plate on top. Now I'll give that 5 minutes to heat up. All right, now we're ready to get this steak on. If you're looking for a surface temperature, I like to grill steaks hot and fast at around 500 Fahrenheit or 260 Celsius. So we're gonna get our beautiful flank steak on. And I'm gonna flip this every 30 seconds until I reach an internal temperature of around 130 Fahrenheit or 54 degrees Celsius. All right, and after about 8 or 9 minutes, we've hit our target internal. So we can take our steak off. We'll get it into a tray and we'll let that rest for 10 minutes. While that's happening, we're just going to scrape off our hot plate. Once that's nice and clean, we're going to lay down some butter. We just want to melt that down. Then we're going to add some finely sliced red and green capsicum along with some finely sliced brown onion. We just want to brown all of that off for a few minutes. While that's happening, whatever bread you want to use, you can go ahead and toast that as well. All right, and once your bread's toasted and your onions and capsicums have browned off nicely, we just want to spread those onions and capsicums out the length of the bread you're using. Then we're just going to melt down some truffle cheddar on top of that. I'm just going to close the lid for about 15 seconds. And you can scoop that up with a spatula and leave it on there until we're ready to lay it on our sandwich. All right, now we can slice our steak nice and thin, then start building this sandwich. Steak looks absolutely perfect. All right, now we can start building this sandwich. I'm going to lay down some honey Dijon mustard first, then our beautiful steak, then our chimney, then our onion, capsicums and cheese. And we can put our lid on and enjoy. You've got to try that. That is unbelievable. Those flavour combinations work perfectly. Beautiful, tender, juicy steak. I love everything about this sandwich. So give it a shot yourself. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask them in the comments below. But for now, that's the end of the video. So thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.